Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us on the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Deb Gillard, your host, and today is Friday, October 24th. We hope you're having a great week as we hit the beginning of our weekend, our springboard to a nice, lovely October weekend. We, of course, can be seen on Charter Channel 8 6 days a week. You can find us on Facebook, like us, get notices when we have new programs. You can find us on the thirdhandvideo.com. And hit and catch any of our shows there. You can also head for YouTube, and if you type Owatonna Today Show in the box, you will get our most recent shows uploaded to the internet as well. So lots of opportunities to watch us, and we do encourage you to get in touch with us also in regards to suggestions for guests and show topics, and also supportership. We do want to take this moment on a Friday to acknowledge our Owatonna Today Show supporters. They include our premier supporters, the United Way of Steele County, Owatonna Public Utilities, Express Employment Professionals, and City of Owatonna. Primary supporters are Little Theater of Owatonna and Amy Swain Hearing Centers. And our interlude supporters are TPS Insurance, the Third Hand Incorporated Video Productions, Steele County Transitional Housing, Steele County Historical Society, Snap Fitness, R&K Electric, Profinium Financial, Owatonna Foundation, the Owatonna Business Incubator, Clancher & Son Landscaping and Concrete, Horizon Eye Care Professionals, Fairview Animal Medical Center, ERA Gillespie Real Estate, Carlson Brandstad and Company CPAs, Brookdale Senior Living, Clarebridge and Sterling House, Glenn Mager and Tim Thomas of the Brickmaker Funeral Home and Medford Funeral Home, Brenda Bednar Mortgage Office, Bremer Bank, and Abraham Consulting Technologies. And either to get us ideas for shows or topics or to get supporter information, please get a hold of Leanne at 390-5751 or email us at owatonnatoday@charter.net. We, of course, encourage you to patronize and support our supporters and tell them thank you if you see them out and about in the community. They are truly the ones that help to bring our Owatonna Today Show to you. We have a great program coming up for you today. When we come back from the break, we'll be talking with Tanya Paley. She is here speaking for the Otto Bremer Foundation grant. I mess it up every time. I was just talking to her about that. And as it relates to the United Way and all the things that are going on there, a little bit later on in the program, we'll have Matt Kottke with us, and we'll be talking a little bit about a well-known entity here in Owatonna, Kottke Jewelers. So let's take this break. Please stay with us.
I'm Dan Brandstad of Carlson Brandstad and Company, Certified Public Accountants. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress. Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you in mind in everything we do. Owatonna Public Utilities.
Greetings, I'm Laura Ressler, Director of the Steele County Historical Society, and I welcome you to our History Center. We invite you to join in all our activities events where we honor the past and look towards the future.
Hi, I'm Stan Groff, Director of Steele County Public Health and a member of the United Way Community Leadership Team. United Way focuses on the building blocks of life: education, income, and health. Our programs and initiatives prepare children from birth for academic success, well-paying jobs, and a healthy lifestyle. That's why I joined Mayo Clinic Health System and the Owatonna School District to lead this year's campaign. We invite you to invest in our community by giving to the United Way.
Welcome back, and thanks again for joining us on this Friday, October 24th. We have in studio Tanya Paley with us. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing great. How about you?
I am just fine, thank you. I haven't had a chance to see you on the program. We did a lot of visiting back when I was on a more regular basis.
Yeah.
But it's very, very nice to see you again and get a chance to talk to you here on the Owatonna Today Show. So, Tanya, your role has changed since I would have had significant conversation with you. You're now the Director of Strategic Operations at the United Way, correct?
That's right, yes.
And that ties you in very closely with the thing that I tripped over, which was the Otto Bremer Foundation grant.
Right.
That the United Way has provided some really unique funding for the United Way to look at certain programs and initiatives.
Yeah, so we were very fortunate to receive this grant from the Otto Bremer Foundation. And that enabled us, first of all, some of you may recall, we did a long community assessment where we looked at identifying what were the areas where there were barriers to for folks in our community to achieving. Stan was just on with that commercial. Good health, good paying jobs, and good educational achievement for themselves and their children. And those are big issues, and we wanted to talk with the community about that, and we got some really great information back. And as a result of that, and through the Otto Bremer Foundation, they were able to hire me to take on the staff position for that. And to get that work going and start implementing solutions to some of those barriers. So that's been really exciting, and it's been great to be involved. There are many, many people beyond me that are involved in this work, thank goodness.
Yes. Well, I was going to say no small feat, but you have a lot of good people that have stepped up to the plate, don't you?
Absolutely. So we have a strategic planning committee that's part of the United Way, and folks like Stan Groff that you just saw is on there helping us with some transportation conversations. We have Jennifer Libby from the Owatonna Chamber of Commerce and Brian Coleman from Workforce Development looking at that good paying jobs piece. We're going to be working with Corey Mensink and others on helping folks save and get a little bit of a cushion, which we know is so important. And Dave Albrecht is heading up our health piece. So I would like to talk a little bit more about that in a minute. And then we're also doing some early childhood education. That's kind of the education piece we're taking on first. And we have talked a lot about that Dolly Parton Imagination Library, which ties in. So one of the things that's kind of hard, I think, for folks to understand is they see little pieces of the work that we're doing and they don't see how it all comes together. And really the way it all comes together is through this community conversation that we had and this strategic plan that has income, education, and health as its three components.
You have been busy since taking this position in May, right?
I have, yes.
Okay. And so as it stands right now, are there, and I know we are going to be talking about the health aspect of it here in just a minute or two. They're all branching out. You named kind of the key partners in there. Is there another one besides the healthy living that's kind of taking some great strides or anything?
Well, actually, just this week, we just had a job readiness conversation, a retreat with employers in our town and schools and Riverland and folks to identify some short and medium-term goals and programs that we would like to enact. So we're working on that, and maybe in a future show we can bring those folks on and they can talk about what they're doing to help people get trained for the jobs of today and tomorrow and meet the needs of our companies in town who are saying that there's some things maybe we could do to help them out, and that partnership is so important. So that's a piece that we're definitely working on. As I said, the early childhood piece has been a big early success. We have now over 500 children from birth to their 5th birthday that are starting to receive these books every month.
Very nice.
And we know that in communities where they've rolled this out, they've seen really good gains in getting ready for kindergarten and ready to read and excited about reading.
Yes,
and,
exactly.
Being familiar with books even because we live in such an electronic age.
Isn't that true?
So that's work that we're excited about. We're looking at what we know that's not enough. So we're looking with that committee at what next we want to do. So we're kind of in that phase of implementing, but also being strategic and making sure that what we do implement will be effective and will meet those needs that were identified.
Wow, just a lot of great things happening. Moving into kind of that health area then that you just touched on, there is something called a healthy eating. Are we calling it a committee or a group or?
Yeah, we're calling it a work group.
Work group,
yeah.
okay, that works.
Because they're actually doing the work.
They're working in their group, so that works.
Yeah.
And what is their main focus right now?
Well, one of the things that came up in the community assessment is, and I see this, of course, when I go shopping, the cost of fresh fruits and vegetables. We all know we're supposed to be eating the number of servings per day of that.
And as much fresh as we can.
As we can, yep. And certainly during our growing season here in Steele County, we want to be thinking about how we can connect folks in our community, especially low-income folks, with fresh produce that's being produced here in town and in the community. So that group, one of the things that we're looking at, and we would love some, if you're out there listening and you have some ideas or some experience in this, but we're looking at essentially a mobile farmers market, Deb, which would be
Oh, wow.
a truck that we would take to different neighborhoods that would have produce on it. We would contract with local farmers so they would know at the beginning of the season, hey, we can guarantee you, kind of like a share, but a bigger share than an individual would do.
Okay.
And then we would go around with this truck, and one of the great things about it is that it could accept those SNAP benefits as well as WIC benefits, so that people could use all of their resources to buy this produce.
What a great idea.
So we're excited about that.
Is there a model for this somewhere else?
There
that people
are
have it?
actually in the Twin Cities they do this. I think Faribault has a small program that does this as well. So we're kind of at that stage of collecting information. Who else has tried this, and what would we need to get this up and running, maybe for next season? And
I mean, literally making it as available as possible. I don't even need to go to the grocery store, but you just come here and you get all this great fresh
Well,
produce.
one of the things that came up, price is certainly a barrier, but transportation is also a barrier. And that comes up time and time again when we talk to folks. They may not have a reliable vehicle, or they may just have one for their family. And so getting to the store to get the food is sometimes a challenge. And so, yes, trying to bring it right to them.
Interesting.
And we'll be thinking about where that truck should go and all kinds of good work there. So again, we have Steele County Public Health is involved in that conversation. University of Minnesota Extension has somebody great here in our community that's involved in that conversation. We have community gardens. So the Owatonna Public Library has a community garden, and they've been involved in the conversation as well.
Okay.
The Alina is involved. Natalie Ginter there is coming, as well as one new partner we're excited about is the Head Start, the folks at Head Start, because we think that might be a great place to park the truck one day.
Oh, absolutely.
So lots of good partners, but we're always looking for more partnerships so that we make sure we have everybody we should have at the table.
Well, that is really exciting stuff, and you will have great updates when you come back again, won't you, in a lot of different areas.
I hope so.
That is really neat. And just the collaboration, I think, between what we used to think of as the United Way, which really was, and still continues to be in its fundraising and campaign, a great resource for folks, but now bringing this piece into it to maybe, I don't want to say solve, but in essence really try to solve some of the issues before they become problems.
That's exactly it. We're saying we want to maintain that safety net, and that's what the campaign is all about, is making sure that if people are in crisis, they have what they need. But then can we take a step back and be more proactive?
It's wonderful. Just great things every time that we have you or another representative on talking about
thanks,
this. So Tanya,
Deb.
thank you very, very much. And again, we look forward to another conversation in the future about more good things happening. Thank you, Tanya.
Great, thank
for
you.
your work too. We'll take a break for our supporters and we'll be right back. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Brandy Wilker and I play Lottie Grady.
And I'm Tim Fitzgerald and I play Henry Orman Royd in LTO's current production of When We Are Married, directed by Larry Ostermeyer and sponsored by JC Press and Wells Fargo.
Performances of When We Are Married will be held Friday and Saturday, October 24th and 25th at 7:30 p.m. with a matinee on Sunday, October 26th at 2 p.m.
And again the following Thursday through Saturday, October 30th and 31st and November 1st.
Tickets are available at the LTO box office by calling 451-0764 or online at littletheaterofowatonna.org. Hey,
Don't
miss LTO's production of When We Are Married. I'm not marrying him.
But why not?
I don't know. Keep falling asleep.
Just a bit of cheer.
Stop drinking.
Hi, I'm Glenn Mager.
And I'm Tim Thomas of the Brick Mager Funeral Home, and we're proud to serve the Medford and Owatonna areas with cremation and traditional funeral services.
And we're proud to be a part of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, this is Barry Gillespie, president of ERA Gillespie Real Estate, where our pledge is to save you money, save you time, and simplify your life. And we're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
Carbon monoxide is a colorless, odorless gas produced by gas-fired appliances in your home. The state of Minnesota requires that you have a carbon monoxide alarm within 10 feet of sleeping areas in your home. We suggest you have a digital readout carbon monoxide alarm. That way we were able to check and see what the concentration amount was when the alarm went off. This has been a public safety tip from the Owatonna Fire Department.
The Owatonna Foundation's mission is to support community progress, and the foundation has been doing just that since 1958 in the Owatonna community. By issuing over $11 million in grants, the Owatonna Foundation has helped organizations fulfill their goals in the areas of community, recreation, the arts, and education. Please consider a tax-deductible donation, a memorial, or possibly including the foundation in your estate planning so that together we can continue to make a positive, lasting impact in our community. Preserving the past, building the present, funding the future, that is what your Owatonna Foundation is all about.
Welcome back. Thanks again for joining us on this Friday, October 24th. And as we promised, we're going to be talking about a legend.
The store, not me.
Well, now, okay, you know, we can go. Matt Kottke, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me here.
Yeah, you're welcome. Number one, we have to offer sympathy.
Thank you, appreciate
your father's
that.
passing. He was a wonderful, wonderful man.
Yeah, the community's been very, very supportive to our family, and we very much appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, good family here in town. And,
thank you, thank you.
So we wanted to have you on too to talk about the store. It's history, it's present, it's future, it's all of those things, and you are very closely involved with all of that. As we know.
More so every day.
Yes. Who knew, right?
Yeah, exactly.
A number of years ago. But again, just to remind our viewers, how long has the store actually been here? It was started by your grandpa, right?
My grandfather back in 1919, he and a gentleman by the name of Jurgensen started the store in the same location that it is today.
Amazing.
It was Jurgensen and Kottke Jewelers. My father had been a salesman for Jostens prior to coming over and doing the jewelry business. He shortly thereafter bought the partner out and has had the store ever since.
Okay, okay. How long were they in business together, do you know?
Just a couple years, I
really?
believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for
less than 10, let's say,
Wow.
for sure.
Okay, so for the great majority of the time,
yeah.
it has simply been, and
Kottke
always
Jewelers.
known as Kottke Jewelers,
Right.
And fascinating in the same location as well, I think,
yeah, it
too.
is. It is. It's quite a great spot to be,
love
right downtown
Owatonna.
in that 100 block of Cedar, and so yeah.
So your grandfather had it. Your dad took it over.
Right.
Kind of about when?
Well, that was mid-60s. Okay. Dad, after college and having us all of us kids down in Des Moines, where we were all born, and Dad had gone to Drake. He moved back to work with his father and take over the store. As it turned out, Grandpa Carl worked for about another 25 years, which was wonderful.
Yes, exactly.
But then, my dad has been truly the manager, owner of it for the majority of that time.
So we are only a few years away from celebrating the big 100
years.
That's
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, that's quite a milestone in this day and age, especially in the retail business.
Yes, because as we all know, I mean, there are some very long-standing businesses here in town, and we are very lucky to have those Kottke Jewelers being one of them.
Yeah.
But we also know of many that have gone away. They were maybe family-owned businesses, and maybe someone in the family did not wish to maintain the involvement and that kind of thing. So that kind of speaks to what's next then on the docket. So your dad had some health issues.
He did have some health issues. I was looking for a change about the first of the year, and we started having some discussions about what the plans are for the store.
Okay.
And I said, Dad, if I'm going to be doing something different, it just makes all the sense in the world to come down and help you figure out what you want to do with the store.
Okay.
And we'll just take it one day at a time and see what happens. Unfortunately, as things turned out, Dad wasn't able to assist too much in that planning. But since I've been down there, I've appreciated more and more the wonderful group of ladies that my dad has hired over the years.
Yes.
And they are just phenomenal people to work with, and they know the customers, they know the product, and I just kind of stay out of their way and let them do their business, and we just we get along really well, and I'm so thankful to have them. And
you know what, that speaks volumes, those trusted employees that know the store and
the famous
know the
Kottke girls.
And yes, the famous Kottke girls are there, and then you know, you don't have to worry about that piece.
Right.
I mean, there are people who really know what they're doing and
They
really
do.
have the store's best interest, and I'm sure feel
They
just
do.
as close to the store as you feel about having them there.
They do, yeah. They are wonderful. They understand the importance of the Kottke Jewelry Store name, the tradition, the respect that we have in the community, and they do their utmost to make that happen day in and day out.
Okay. Well, we know that if we go in and any of your customers on a regular basis are not really seeing any changes in that regard, what are some of the things then that you have been working on since that first of the year?
Yeah, I've been, as I say, I kind of stay out of their way, but working on clearing the clutter, freshening things up. It's, you know, there was a lot of wonderful treasures down there that my dad had kept for years and years, and Grandpa before him. Kind of just making just kind of lightening things up, freshening things up, moving the inventory around a little bit. But the big thing is we want to keep it the same. We want to make sure that everyone knows that Kottke Jewelers is not, you know, transitioning to some other market entirely. We're going to continue to carry the same quality products that we always have, and just want to, you know, bring things up a little bit up to date, and because we certainly know that we need to attract a newer audience. The longevity of our customers is wonderful, but we continue to need to bring in that new group, and they're expecting a little bit fresher look, and so that's what we're hoping to provide.
But great word of mouth. I mean, being around for this many years, you do actually have, I'm sure, traditions in many, many families that the only place you go, you know, if you're going to pop the question or you're going to, you know, give something special, is that's where you're going to go.
I've heard that numerous times with people come in, they go, you know, I bought my engagement ring there, my father, my grandfather before him, and on, and it's that's really heartwarming to see that connection that my family has obviously had with people in the community, and so they keep coming back.
That's quite the legacy. So nothing really will change. I know that your dad was still doing just minimal, some repair work and stuff, but you also were working with another company already.
Yep, we do have a service that has been helping us for a long time, and they're wonderful people. We also have an employee on hand that used to work in the jewelry department at Jostens, and she is just phenomenal. She knows a lot about jewelry, obviously, and can do some wonderful things, and so we're very thankful to have her in the fold as well.
All the pieces were in place for you to take this over. Who knew,
Who
right?
knew,
10 years ago, even a year ago, were you even thinking along these lines?
Probably maybe a year ago, but that'd be a stretch too.
Oh, well, we're very excited to see how it goes. You know, and here's the question of the day. We always are talking about tickets. You know, we call Kottke Jewelers the ticket master of Owatonna, and that's not going to change, I don't think.
Not going to change a bit. We're so happy to be part of the community in that regard, and we love to see people come into the store and buy tickets, and we love to support all the different things that this great town has.
I think that people have always been surprised if, for some reason, a group did not approach, like a fundraising group did not approach Kottke Jewelers to sell their tickets. So I'm guessing that over the years, many people have walked in and said, can I get tickets to that? And maybe they were just selling them, you know, in-house or whatever. And I think very surprised to find that you can't get a ticket here.
It's a rare occasion that someone walks in and we don't have the tickets, but it does happen occasionally.
Yeah, and great community supporters, like you said, too.
Yeah, that will always continue, yes.
Well, very nice. It's a lot of work for you, I'm sure. It's a big change from what you were previously doing, but really a legacy and a labor of love, I'm hoping.
I believe so. I believe so. It feels like the right thing to do.
That's what's ultimately important. So we look for a little updating. We look for a little, you know, freshening, bringing it, you know, a little bit more, like you said, to attract maybe some newer customers, but certainly long-held traditions and
Yeah.
long expected things that it will continue to go on at Kottke Jewelers that we've expected for so long.
Thank
And
you.
Best of luck with all your work.
Appreciate it.
Can't wait to see. I know Leanne and I were talking about some of those treasures that you might
Yeah.
be finding in the upstairs and downstairs and what that could mean. And I know
Yeah.
you're saving some things of real sentimental
Yeah.
value and
Right.
and stuff like that too. So
Okay.
yeah, we invite people to come in and
Yeah.
see Matt and see the Kottke girls.
Yes, that's
You
right.
might even not see Matt, but
That's
you'll see
right.
the Kottke girls,
Yeah,
and there they'll be for you.
We'll be there to help you.
Yes. And again, the address, in case anyone doesn't know who's viewing. And
115 North Cedar,
Okay.
right down there across from Costa's, and
Yep.
it's
Just a landmark.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank
a
you.
landmark and a legacy. Matt, thank you very much.
Thank you
and
very
for
much.
the future of Kottke Jewelers as we see it right now.
I
looks
appreciate
very
it. Thank you
positive.
for all your help.
You're welcome. We'll take this break for our supporters, and we'll be right back to wrap up.
Hi, I'm Amy Martinez.
And I'm Adam Martinez, owners of Snap Fitness in Owatonna.
Snap Fitness is a fast, convenient, and affordable fitness center, and we're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
Everyone deserves opportunities to have a good life, a quality education that leads to a stable job, enough income to support a family through retirement, and good health. But the reality is, many children fall behind, many families are struggling, and many others are in poor health. United Way's goal is to find long-term solutions. Thanks to a grant from the Otto Bremer Foundation, we're hosting community conversations this year to address these issues. If you'd like to join us, please call our office.
Hello, I'm Sean McNulty.
And I'm Deb Gillard with Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House, and Clarebridge of Owatonna.
And we are a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome back. It's time to wrap up the program with, again, an announcement that the Trick or Treat Trail being put on by Owatonna Parks and Recreation Department will be starting tomorrow at 3 o'clock and going until 5. It is beginning at the Morehouse Chalet, and all sorts of activities and crafts and cupcake decorating and face painting and all sorts of fun things for everyone of every age. It will be heading down the trail toward Lake Colmeyer, and so a lot of fun to be happening there. A lot of businesses are participating, and it is free and open to the public, so please bring your family for that as we approach the Halloween date, I guess. In addition, Riverbend Nature Center in Faribault is having their family-friendly fall festival called Bats, Bones, and Bonfires. That is going on tomorrow, October 25th as well on Saturday. Their event is from 4 to 8 p.m., and they have lots of fun. There's a drum group performance at 5 to 6 and a fire spinner show from 7 to 7:30, so you could even do both. You could do a little bit here and then head over to Riverbend. If you have questions about that, you can visit their website or give them a call at 332-7151. Associated Church is hosting its annual Heavenly Turkey Roast on Sunday. This coming, the 26th, from 5 until 7. It will be in the Fellowship Hall at the church. They're, of course, located at 800 Havana Road. The menu includes pulled turkey sandwiches, salads, homemade pies, coffee, and lemonade, and all in the community are welcome. Tickets are available at the door or in advance at the church office. They are $10 for adults, $5 for kids, and a portion from the proceeds from this year's Heavenly Hog Roast will benefit Associated Church various mission ministry programs. We do remind you as well, we have talked about this with the Steele County Humane Society, Kindest Cut. The low-cost spay-neuter event next coming will be November 8th. If you have questions, I would call Steele County Humane Society and they'll give you more information. Coming up on next week's programs, where's my little notes? I know we have 2nd District Steele County Commissioners. I know we have school board candidates. We have beds for kids, and we have City of Owatonna update, and I might be missing something, but not much. And that's all to wrap it up for a Friday. Have a great weekend. Please join us next week.